Votes counted in Turkey today for local elections that could determine the political future of the country's Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Early results indicate a strong lead for his AK party, currently standing at over 40%, with around 20% of the votes counted. These local assembly and mayoral elections are seen as a key test ahead of presidential elections in August and parliamentary elections. They're due next year. They are the first elections since the government faced major street protests last year, which saw violent protests and demonstrations in several cities. Live now to Istanbul and the BBC's Selin Girit. Selin, just get us right up to speed. What do we know?
It's been 4 hours now since the polls closed and the votes are still being counted. But the results, although they're not official yet, show that the Prime Minister's party will get more than 40% of the votes in these local elections. This can be considered a victory for the Prime Minister himself. He's been campaigning vigorously. Although this is local elections, everyone was convinced all across Turkey that it had much more significance than just being a local elections. Mr. Erdogan wasn't running himself personally, but he was campaigning all across Turkey saying this is a referendum, this is a struggle for independence. And his supporters have apparently taken his message, and he will get most probably more than 40% of the votes. We are in the AKP headquarters in Istanbul, and I have seen inside people dancing and celebrating. And I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there are people outside blowing their car horns and waving flags out here on the street. The AKP supporters are celebrating what they might call a victory. This is important for the political future of Prime Minister Erdogan, who's hoping to run for presidency this August in the presidential elections, probably since he will need more than 50% to secure the presidency. Now that his party has received probably at least 40% of the votes, that target, that political ambition of him seems even closer.
Selin, thanks very much. Okay, let's get you right up to